Hello, everybody. Welcome back to OSL. It is a beautiful, I believe it's a Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a geeze. No, it's a Wednesday night. My God, concept for time is not there. But we are back with our third place matchup. Just for reference, this is Hella Flame versus Nyx. The winner of this proceeds to Division 1. The last spot, obviously, because the two grand finalists, being Ancestor and Reactor, have both secured the spot. I am joined by a handsome man. Take us in, son. Go on.
Hello, everybody. Yes, Jarms joined by Chief, starting to become a familiar sight, I must say. We obviously do have Nyx v Hella Flame up for you tonight, securing their spot in Div 1, which starts on Friday. We have Revolution taking us in, playing the Blight.
Oh my God!
Immediate first tag on his traversal rush. Just my word, this is exactly what you need to see, Jarms.
This is a pretty good build to get chased too. Like, I mean, not for the killer, I would say. Probably for the survivor. Like, it is SB Deja, so that's not the best thing I've ever seen. But you got the reassurance on the build, so it's not going to be the easiest tunnel out. These are really good rushes. This is death. Death on the painkiller. We see only decals is rotated through. Can we get a hook top sun? Maybe mid map. Turn around here. We do look back. Nice little bottom side 3 mid here. We can take that. Probably pressure. I'm assuming Zanol and oh sorry, not Zanol, I apologize, Zanol's not here. Kryzen and Sega set up top. Decals has to be on 10 here. Yeah, need to get out this 10 gen or else you got 4 gen top, right? That's just terrible. Now the good thing is for them, Little Chief, that was almost beautiful, is they have an okay 3 gen top, like killer wise and survivor wise. It's not tight, but it's not, you know, super loose. But that's gonna be a nice little rush. Oh my god, beautiful stuff. Revolution. Amazing block. Always has been.
Yeah, 100% jumps. I mean, it's just a shame we didn't get to see him play last night, you know. Nyx were really lacking the mechanical skill on the side of the Blight as Revolution does collect his second down of the trial before a generator has gotten any meaningful progress. Decals might still be on a gen top. I'd be really concerned if that was 10 with a lot of high progress right now because he has a pop in hand and that Call of Brine and Eruption to set on it in the meantime. If he goes and checks his gen and it is the highest progress, it is, my word, we might be in for a rough game with this 4 gen jumps.
Especially if he keeps it in his menu to hold it. Might actually do that. This is pop up Cobb as well, so yeah, I mean, having a two-tap first chase is just not what you need. We do just hit BT off the hook, Kryzen. Yeah, I mean, this is not good. This is not good. This is probably looking early tunnels. You know, we have to last. We don't even make the shack palette unless we somehow mechanically misplay, which we're not going to. Really nice. You know, very assertive rushes. My lord. But yeah, no. Can we hook back middle? We can. We definitely can. And 10 is nowhere near popping either. This is looking like, honestly, like a death at 3, Chief. Honestly, it really is.
Yeah, Jones, this is really ugly. You know, last night we obviously saw Nyx play a Blight set, and it looked nothing like this. It took Crane 3 generators to get any meaningful, like, presence on the map, and he only ended up with 2 stages overall. Well, Revolution has just bettered that before a single gen has popped, saying that first generator of the trial will pop on the bottom side of the map. Now, obviously, good to get your gens done, but we still do have this really tight 4 gen, with the only gen being progress 10, hook mid, 2 survivors most likely bottom, because we did see someone cross. Sega is bottom. We know that Ace is actually 2 survivors top. They've managed to cross back. We've just seen Ace send it, but this tag could be crucial for the game state. We're not taking it. We've just gone to protect our hook charms, and we find the saver.
We see the Little Chief impersonator. He's getting blocked right now. Big, come on, Sega. You need to do some maneuvering, lad. I think he might just be low-key a little bit baiting in there. That actually might be a heads-up play from Sega there. But, you know, you're forcing a trade now. Yeah, he makes Shaq, but, like, he doesn't have it. He doesn't even have Shaq, lad. You're forcing this guy to have a good chase right now. Kryzen, son, turn it up. The problem is, I mean, yeah, you've got all your gens bottom, but I swear the pallets are more dense topside. Little crackhead mind game there from Revolution, but this should be death. Yeah, that's just going to be a smiting over the pallet. No, I don't like that pull. I do not like that pull. Surely the play there is hindsight comment, of course, but like surely you just let bro down the hook, sit on this last bottom gen if you're Sega, let them stack out 10. No, Little Chief, surely.
I mean, look, I definitely agree, Jones. I think Sergar was just baited in there by the ace, probably a comm that he was going to receive a tag around 10, because obviously the situation is, right, even if he does lose his tunnel out, getting another hook deep top, especially if it's onto Painkiller the Jake, who's already got a stage, would have been Death Hook on the next hook as well. It could have been just as problematic, right? Even if he didn't get that tunnel out as soon as possible. Speaking of which, finding the Jake stealthing, really bad tag taken, forced to play this pallet probably for his life chance. Rush is in hand if he does choose to leave. This is our other nearly dead survivor. We obviously would be really, really worried if we get this guy hooked top in our free gen.
I mean, it's Revolution. Oh my lord, what's going on here? This guy's been watching the setting montage. But yeah, no, you're right. Getting it down here onto Painkiller, who's honestly playing this very, very nicely for what he has to offer. Only the one pallet, not even a pallet anymore, just a rock. We are going to take the down. He has to go top 10. You know, playing for distance there, not the worst decision I've ever seen, realistically. Can I get a geeks around at the other gen spread? Surely we're on bottom. I know there's a bloke stealth off like at 1. They're stealthing off bottom for pool. I mean,
And we're on 1.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably what I thought. Yeah, I think that's probably most optimal. Yeah, you know, sitting 1. I don't know, quick pull here. Yeah, I think just commit this, Bella. Commit this. He wants to pop it. Full reset as well. Is that resurgence? Yeah, Jake is the resurgence. That's where reassurance comes in or whatever. Sorry, is it resurgence? Yeah, I think reassurance. Whichever one it's called. I apologize. Yeah. That's good. He should make bottom now. That. Honestly, I would send the bloke up. Say, why are we running top, bloke? Oh, jeez, Louise. Holy moly, we need to send bottom, son. I mean, you just given up all your distance because of a 2 rush. That's death on the window. Oh no, little chief.
I mean, Painkiller is just single-handedly through any momentum Hella Flame could have gathered again, Jums. Like, there's no other way to put it. That, like, terrible decision to not just send bottom, take your distance, instead trying to stealth top mid, right? We've lost so much from that. Obviously, it's more than likely one generator will pop. We do have a decent split here, but I don't see much else happening from this game. We're already back in chase. Revolution is blinded, but regardless of that, gets this tag. Ace is forced to go play main, which is granted a strong resource, but against the Blight, there's still potential for a very quick down. And I think we will just be seeing when we are. 1 survivor left standing in the trial, 3 gens remaining, about to be 2 jumps.
4K2, yeah.
4K2. Just the 4K2.
Unless Sega somehow pulls off some magical jiggy here, without being caught, I just don't see it. Oh, hold on. Hold on! We've gone right out of his LOS here. That might have actually been perfect play. Now, if I'm Sega here, it's unbreak on decals too, so maybe hold the phone just yet. Maybe not 4K2 just yet, but the problem is you have 11 main, 1, nothing top mid. So the realistic probability of them popping another gen here is just not going to happen. Bro, Revolution is a crackhead, and I mean that in a good way. Look at these mind games. He's looking into the sky, Glad. Like, holy. I do love Revolution. He is quite a unique fella with his gameplay. That's gonna be death. Yeah, odds of this happening, odds of a 4K1 here is 0, genuinely 0.
Yeah, I mean, look, we will inevitably find this Adam, as he, I believe, is stealthing for the pick. I don't see a world where that isn't his play. Obviously, Revolution isn't aware of that, doesn't know he's over on the 10 side, is checking 8 right now. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this game. It's going to be a very long and drawn-out 4K2 unless Revolution majorly misplays and decides to forget that he has generators to protect.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, popping 4 gens against the Blight Killer is not the toughest ask if you are the Hella Flame. No, Hella Flame is on right now. Hella Flame survives his dumb tech with the life. All reason on. Oh, little beautiful jiggy there. This gen has 40 here. That's 4. I believe that was 3 or 4 used. You know, if he commits this overly, you know, this could be bad in a sense for him, where to the point where, oh no, Sega. Is Sega
I mean,
gonna
look,
get
he's done it
spotted
once
here?
in the stealth. Can he do it? He does it again. Jumps, he does it again by just sitting in the killer's face. Like, to give credit to Sega, I would not be checking these spots either. I mean, unfortunately, the Call of Ryan has completely bailed him out, right? He should definitely be found here. Unless, is he just on the gen? Oh no, okay, he's been found. Good job, Revolution. This will be a tag. Getting some rushes back in hand. We can just commit this now. Even take the hook. Actually, no, we probably know this is Deli. I would assume Revolution is assuming this is Deli from the position Serga has played himself into consistently. So he will opt to slug. He does also have Eruption on the ace. Just poor time to get on that generator. And with our final chase of the game, Jones, what do you think so far? Like, do you think this is going to be doable on the side of Hell of Flame? Do we see any possibility they bring this back?
I don't know, bro. This Blight set might low-key be chopped. Like, yeah, you might have to just... Oh my god. I mean, it's unfortunate that these two right here are, like, you know, actually putting on a bit of a show here, because this card needed to come a bit earlier. Yeah, I don't know. Cryzen and Painkiller just didn't live up to their end of the bargain here. I don't know. To be honest with you, like, Decals is playing well. Sega's playing, honestly, pretty well for what's happening.
He's doing his job.
Yeah,
He's
and
an early player. He's done his job.
yeah, and I don't know. It hurts to see this a 4K2. I don't think it deserves.
I mean, I think you're right. I think from what we should expect from these players, as well as the overall macro decisions we've seen from Hell of Flame come out all season, even in this game, I don't think they were terrible, other than obviously what we said of believing. I think it was Cryzen should have been left to die on hook and just accepting that we needed the gen progress over the save at the time. But other than that, I don't think there was any major rotational issues. Oh, as well, other than Jake just staying top. I think that was also a terrible, terrible decision on the macro side of the game. But besides that, you're right, Joms. I don't see how this was a 4K2 other than Revolution just converted every single rush into a tag and every single chase did not last.
What could you do? Like, it's Blight. The truth about Blight is, right, and it's a very mixed opinion, right? But I do have the general belief that you have to have some sort of mechanical ability. Like, you can't get rushed down 5 times at the start. Like, obviously, off the first off the first initial 5 rushes, like we saw with Jake, right? And then you make Shaq, you drop Shaq, which is honestly probably one of the more valuable places you can be, if not here main, right, against the Blight. Like, you can win the cheeky 50s on fillers, whatever, on the tiles, but I think realistically though, it was the start though, no, Chief? Like, you give them no time to cross, you give them little time. Like, I don't know, it's not enough time for the survivors to be able to optimally do anything, right? And even though, I guess what my point would be is, how would you say, Little Chief? Like, you know, like they have 4 gen top. You need to identify you have 4 gen top off the rip. You're gonna know that when you load into the match, correct? So, well, you know the possibility of it's gonna happen. And I think, you know, Blood is just one of the sets you have to play. So, I'm sure he gets found behind the hill. It's unlucky, but I don't know. It's just a tough start. It's a rough start. You can't expect to, you know, get away with that when, you know, you get hitting off the first 5 rushes. It's literally the worst thing that can happen on Blight, literally. But no, we will take a little brief short intermission. 4K2, mighty. Yeah, we'll take a short brief intermission and we'll come back after this.
under the neon lights, as long as the show's alive. The welded flesh to sweat, and blood still flows in hell. Holding up the nightmare, a trimmed down memory lane. You go on the way, the end is nigh, there's nothing to be said. Living monster of the night, you made me what I had to pay. You don't have to scream and shout in this silent place. In this silent place.
Bang! And we are back. So we saw a 4K2. Obviously, welcome back to OSL. I am James, joined by Little Chief. This is Division 2 third place match. If you are just joining us, we saw the 4K2 on the Blight by Revolution from Team Nix. Now, what that means for Decals on Team Hella Flame is he needs to get the 4K3. Hefty result to me. Only letting 2 gens pop to be able to win, meet the win con is very tough on a Blood. And 4K2 is the tie. Now, Chief, what has to go? I guess the better question. Let's go for the harder question here. What does Decals have to do here to actually make this an optimal chance here? Because you can 4K2, because we just saw Revo do it, right? But what went right for Revo here, and what needs to go right for Decals?
Well, Jums, I think the situation that we've just seen at 5 is pretty much the opposite, choosing to have to leave the chase nearly immediately.
Sorry to cut you off, bro. These gens are so bad as well. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, they are. That was... Oh! Thought we were going to hit that, which honestly could have given us something really cheeky there. Getting that hit through that pallet would have made 13 have to play it, and getting it down top is exactly what we need right now. But unfortunately, Nix are doing absolutely everything they need to make sure this down does not come in anywhere near mid or top. You know, we've seen 2 tags come in on the bottom side of the map. I'm guessing that both of them have to stay here. Oh my, okay, well, problems team, problems indeed. 13 will inevitably go down here. As we do zone him back to the 8 tile, we do get our rushes back though, so hopefully he doesn't last too much longer if we are Decals. The pathing means we pop a gen for no down. Jams, already this is getting not very good for our killer. I do not know what much more he has than to get sluggy at this point, right? You just have to kind of capitalize on a few mistakes, get some downs, and put them in a situation that they don't want to be in.
I mean, yeah. Lirel is not reset yet. He's getting a reset in the background. I would like to see Maya here at back mages potentially stealth. We don't even see Decals full commit back, which is honestly pretty intriguing. I would have liked to see go use the pop there, son, because I mean, you know, mid's been doubled. You'd have to assume there's like, I mean, obviously there's too much time has been like progressed for that first two chases. Like, you need to assume that another gen is like at least 50. They're actually probably, maybe in my opinion, a slightly little bit behind on gen progress. Well, not behind. They're placing very nicely. Of course, they already popped a gen for the first chase, but you know, in my head there, I'm thinking, all right, well, another gen's got at least 50 on it. And yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna choose to camp now and you know, pop wasn't really put into effect there. I don't know. He saw the reset was coming through. Maybe he just thought a quick rotation would have came through if he went and popped main, and then this guy would have made Shaq. Like, it's valid. Like, it's very valid decision making from Decals. We are gonna hit BT off hook. I always find it so funny when there's an injured survivor on hooking and the guy just chooses to hit BT. It is quite funny to me, but that's why you do it. That's why you do it, because the guy just gets two tapped. He doesn't make Shaq. Now, if this is DS, which it's not, now this is actually quite good. Now we are at the Tycon right now. Sorry, I apologize. We're at the WinCon right now. Now Revolution is on a gen. That gen that Maya was on did pop. Now that's the gen that we were talking about before, right? Now we have to go do what we actually didn't do before. We have to farm the gen. We do farm the gen now, so we can put the regression into it and keep that in the back of our mind for later, that this is the one that they want to progress further, right? Now, the problem is here, they've actually timed a really great pull. FTP's come through, he's got a nice down, Eruption has come through. Now, it would be on his menu to either pick this, get your pop refresh, or continue chasing. He wants his pop refresh, but he's baiting in the Jake there. I don't know how Jake doesn't get M1'd off that. Now, yeah, see, now this is a really good playstyle from Decals. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not the best killer player, and I think he's doing what I would do, so I don't know if that's a good thing, but he's choosing to try and keep all the gens. I think that's what he has to do. He's going for the win. Kicks this. You know, if is the ACL the one that was injured? I wasn't aware. I think this,
yes.
Yeah, so if he gets this down, it's not the worst thing, Chief, right?
Yeah, Jumps, it's definitely not terrible. The problem we're gonna have is that, like, if this chase is longer than like an instant down off of this rush set, and it's not gonna be because of this pallet and that unfortunate rush. There's not a lot we can do. Just going for a flick that's quite literally not possible to hit. We have 13 bottom. We probably have Maya bottom. I'm not too sure. That was most likely Revolution stealthing off the gen. I wasn't actually able to tell. But there's two gens there. You don't need to worry about this gen 2. If you just have any chase, like, he's obviously baiting for them to get back on this gen, but it doesn't matter. You can concede it. You can concede this gen because you have a 2-2 split, and you just need to pop 2 more to win. They don't need to out this set if they want to win it. They just need to get a 4K1. So, as long as they don't get 4 slugged right now, the tie is guaranteed. Unlucky we don't get that hit through the pallet. We're just going to have to break it as well. I mean, Ace is doing exactly what he needs to in this chase, right? Like, we can get this full reset through, I believe. Actually, no, everyone is healthy, sorry. The injured person is Ace, down now on the ground. Revolution on a gen that's very close to popping as well. I would assume the people bottom might be doing something similar, right? That gen anywhere bottom could be close as well, Jams. What are we thinking?
Yeah, it should, obviously there it goes. Yeah, 4K2, so now you're at the Tycon. Now, what does this mean for for Decals, I should say? Honestly, unfortunately, son, I think this one's out of the realm of possibility now. I think there's 2 split gens. This one is, I mean, there you go. He gets the fatigue, and that's going to be the 4K1. So no matter what happens, set 1 is Nix's, and that is beautiful to see because they do definitely, like, they have played better on this set individually, killer and survivor chase wise. Just a better showcase of probably mechanical skill, a bit more game knowledge. Speaking of that though, Decals is not slacking on the blight rushes. You know, they're pretty consistent. Like, he's been flared once, you know, happens I guess, but that's obviously one of the major things when you're trying to achieve a 4K or 2, 3, whatever, right? You need to have shorter chases than what you would if the survivors are playing it correctly. And the problem with that is, Lil Chief, right? You're leaving it in the hands of survivors to misplay, which isn't always going to happen. So that's why these 4K2s are just not optimal. Obviously, that was beautiful. Dead hard. Now, if Literal goes down there, it actually could have been a 4K1. Because I think this is the most progressed gen, if I'm not mistaken. But they could pop this for this chase. I think they have to send the double now, or else it just could be 4K1 with the gens they have left. Do they have a bottom gen? No, they do. Never mind.
Have a bottom gen. Yeah. With that bottom gen, it's split. It's still a 3v1. No one's dead just yet. Obviously, L'Oreal after this hook will be on his death hook, but he does have dead hard. So if there's anyone who you really want in that scenario in this 3v1, it will be him. He is going to have the potential to last, as you've seen. He's already been able to use the perk to good effect. The pink not getting in the way, and instant unhook as well in the background. We do find Maya bottom, and this gen has a fair bit of progress. I would assume now, right, there's a decent chance we see Revolution getting back on that gen, most likely too. Even potentially Lorraine doubling it as he chooses to commit Maya. A down here would be good for him, obviously, but if this chase is to last, and it's not going to, beautiful display of mechanics there to just flick around the short side of the logs. I mean, at this stage, Jums, with that down, able to drag it top because it was in that bot mid area. I think we are leaning more in Decal's favor. We could probably end up with a 4k1 here, obviously. Maya needs to get unhooked. A short chase onto her means it's a 2v1. You chase Lorraine now, who's injured despite the dead hard, can also become a 2v1 very quickly. Find Revolution as well, same story, right? Get a tag, put him in an injured... Oh my word, we nearly get that tag as well. But... and we do eventually. Yeah, it's just... It will be basically coming down to a survivor having a miracle chase, Jumps.
In 4k1, you could tell they were both fighting for the win con. I don't think even we convert off these rushes. Yeah, we made too many mechanical misplays on that little back main, but we do get the down onto, I believe this has to be Revolution. I've only seen Revo play Arena before. We are picking, are the survivors doubling for 4k0 bottom? Like, is that what's happening here? Because I haven't seen Little been reset. And I don't think, I mean, she probably just stealth halfway up the map before, like at this point, but I'd like to see this double come through. Yeah, well, they were doubling. I'm not shocked.
Not gonna pop, unfortunately.
Yeah, it won't pop. Bit of a throw. I mean, if they knew they weren't gonna pop, just send literal 8 side, get him for the pool, and then you just let Maya, I believe this is, just have a good chase, play 4k1, double main, it's whatever. But yeah, now it just forces long rotation. This now it just should guaranteed be 4k1. It should be. Unless Literal just sits the gen like a freak.
Which isn't out of the possibility, right? And if Maya is able to live this rush set, which she is not, we do get the unhook as well, so we've not opted to sit the gen. The correct play. For sure, the correct play. Also a very quick reset. That may have been a medkit reset, something along the lines. I'm not too sure if Revolution has anything like Resurgence along those lines to get that reset so quickly, but obviously this is just the 2v1 at 1 gen, your most progress gen on the other side of the map of both survivors. Despite the fact they have been reset, it would require Decals just forgetting he has generators to protect. Like I said about Revolution, for him to be getting a 4k0 from this point on, this should just be the 4k1.
Yeah, 4k1 on the blast set, not the worst thing you've ever, asked for. Unable to get the blind there is Revolution, but yeah, I mean, pretty, I want to say lackluster, but pretty, slow end to this game. Obviously, we achieved that win con a little bit ago, so now we're just, playing out for pride. Good actually rushes there from Decals to predict the pre-run to Shaq when we do convert off the 5 rushes as well. My golly, Chief, they actually had a beautiful mid as well. Like, this is just beautiful setup for them. They definitely got more fortunate RNG than what maybe they didn't. I'm pretty sure Hella Flame had really good RNG. They're like a top mid as well. I think their mid was the best, but either way, that's what happens in DBD, right? It's DBD, you get fucking random RNG. Every match, one game you might get the worst RNG on the map, and you might blame that for your result. Maybe that's what they're doing now. Maybe the boys are, not too happy with that result. I mean, it's not really any way to justify getting 4k2. Yeah, nice little rushing down onto Revolution there, but it just makes you wonder, like, what if they were just a tiny bit more disciplined and they were able to, get a 4k1 on the Survivor as well. This would be a tie right now. Because the truth is, man, Decals has actually put on a really good performance. Like, he's made good reads all game. Them doubling at the end was a bit of a throw, but like, he's still up until that point made amazing reads. Had a good tunnel out. His first chase was probably his problem, but like, it's 4k3 win con, bro. Like, you can't expect him to achieve that and be LeBron James. Oh my god, but yeah, Lil Chief. 1-0 to Knicks, man.
Yeah, 1-0 indeed. Obviously, I wouldn't be saying anything other than this should have been expected. despite what we saw last night from Nyx, we know that their best killer is Blight. This is their strongest set. There's a reason they picked it again, despite the performance they had yesterday. And something I got to talk about yesterday a lot was how important it is for your survivors in a Blight set to not be conceding tags off of traversal rushes. And it's exactly what we saw happen for Revolution at the start of the game. He used his 5 rushes to get to the bottom of the map, and that 5th rush got an injure, and that is something that you can't allow happen because the circumstances of Blight's power is you either need to trade the fact that you will be traversing or playing for tags. You can do both, but you always are inefficient in one by trying to do the other, right? So the circumstance as a survivor is to prevent getting both from the same scenario. And when you get tagged off of the Blight just trying to get to the other side of the map, in any scenario, not just that early in the game, it spells problems. And obviously, it happening at the very start of a game, not near any resources, means that first chase is always going to be short. And it's exactly what we saw. That first chase for Revolution was practically a 2-tap. We dropped Shack, we made 5, died on the pallet 5. We ran from 7 to 5 and wasted Shack. Wasted. We used the resource, but it didn't help us all that much, right? The chase was still under 20 seconds. And for the chase, we didn't have anyone cross. We didn't have anyone in position. We didn't have any gen progress. And it just meant that we had a stage completely for free. And when you are in that scenario, it's like what we saw happen was he got the stage for free and he completely abandoned the hook and went top to protect his gens because he had that 4-gen top, right? So Revolution was gifted something for no consequence. And then he played the game out like he didn't get that because he didn't need to. It was an extra little bonus that got him to the 2v1.
Exactly right. Beautifully said. And with that being said, we'll take another brief short intermission. Why not? We'll get the lobby set up. Yeah, you know, 1-0 to Nyx. Please stay with us. We'll be back in a minute. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our second set. We have Nyx versus Hella Flame. We are going to be seeing a Lake Mine Ormond Mastermind P. Oh my god, Decals is P100 Mastermind, so this might not just be chalk. Decals is a good mastermind if you base it off the prestiges. Now, Chief.
Jumps.
If you are to get a 4K1, right? What needs to happen? Not that they do need the 4K1,
Well,
but
first things first, these generators, Jumps. That's exactly what you need.
so I was watching the wrong screen show. I was watching the some guy look through Revolution profile. My bad. I didn't even see these gens. We are going to see a brutal break, but no, I was going to ask you, the Chief. Sorry. You don't need a 4K1, right? You don't need one. But I feel like a 4K1 on Lake Mine is a secure result. And that will set you in a good position. No, even a 4K0 here, no? On like 60 to 80 MS, no, little Chief?
Yeah, Jums, I truly believe that this map for this killer, with the strength of the resources, main 11, balanced landing being allowed, you should be getting out. So we have seen a fair few 4Ks. I will say we even saw a 4K5, which I think is just... I don't know. I don't really know what to take away from the results, because in my mind, I feel like the survivors have more than enough to out this killer. Even in higher ping scenarios, obviously this is a 60-80 ping matchup. The teams are from Thailand and Hong Kong, so they're able to connect to both servers on the side of Decals natively, right? This is a matchup where he can be feeling a bit more comfortable playing these ping in the publics, but we do get this first tag onto the rail with a throw. He does make the pallet, but we are forced to play 50s here. Or just walk right through it, get another bound back, and we didn't get our second, so we've just gotten a bit too antsy there with the bound. Now playing the 50s on a, might I add, completely check-spottable pallet, which is not what you want to be seeing on the side of DK. Oh, wow, the lovely bound. Good start, Jumps.
I mean, played the right filler, used the main. That's not the best main. You didn't really go down, use the 11 or anything, but as good as you're gonna get. I mean, he dies on the corner, so maybe it wasn't that good, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, the gens for Revo are pretty decent. I have to admit, we got two mid gens here. Two very, very central gens. 9 is like sort of out the way. You don't care about 9. You don't really care about Shaq here. I think you want this mid here. You want the one, the main. Yeah, and that's what he's doing. He doesn't really care about 9. He's just gonna pop this, keep this, and that's a beautiful 5 gen he has right under his nose, or 4 gen right under his nose. With a guy hooked in the middle of them all, and. Yeah, I mean, that's what honestly wins games, Little Chief. It's thinking ahead. Oh, we do let the pool happen under our feet. That's not very good.
Yeah, definitely not Jumps, but we do get, as a compensation, a slam into Lorel. He is going to have his mending state now. Revolution also giving away a tag. Forced to play M1 on this almond tile we are. And getting it down, catching him out really unfortunately. Just the check spots letting us down a bit on the side of Lorel. A down coming in very quickly. Not a generator gonna pop for this chase, unfortunately, if you are on the side of Nyx. And, I mean, Jumps, at this point, we have to guess that we need to repress Alliance. Lovely. That is definitely unexpected, Jumps. I haven't seen this perk used actually outside of Nyx themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. Repressed Alliance is pretty decent. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. That's quite bizarre. We do pop the one gen that I think Revolution. He didn't need to keep it as much as this one, but I mean, you'd love to keep that 4 gen right under your nose. And, I mean, yeah, this Nancy's playing way too close. If no one's in position for this pool, which they are, so it's not the worst thing to give up a tag for that pool there. Not the worst thing at all. But now you're sort of banking on Lirel to have a good chase. Now the good thing is, right, he has all the resources there. We have Brutal at our disposal. Now you're gonna need a body to get to this 11 side. He's opting for Shaq. I don't know if Shaq's where you want to head, young man. Like, I mean, we're gonna need a body if we get Shaq. We're gonna need bodies here. Like, and the problem is the one bloke that can body is just sitting on cross map on a gen. So I don't know. We need to juke. Even if we juke here, this is still problems. Like, yeah, I don't. This is really problematic for Nick's Little Chief, because now they have. I mean, the mid gen pops, but you have a death. You have 2 blokes injured as well in the 3v1. I don't know. This is definitely better for big decals here, 100%.
I mean, yeah. Oh my God, this 9 generator is
Oh
so
my
close
lord.
to popping though. Holy, now that is something we were not expecting for sure. If that gen had popped, I think everything we would have just said, Jams, about
Way out the window,
it
yeah.
being, would have gone completely out the window. I mean, obviously, Maya giving the tag away that baited the unhook early was exactly the moment that turned this in the favor of decals to begin with. A lovely display of life there. I thought Loreo was life. Interesting decision to drop the God Palette and then vaulted on his end. If we're not the life player, but obviously Revolution is now once again is.
Oh.
Hello. Have we
Oh.
communicated? Hello, Nyx. Earth to the survivors. Do we have the microphone on? That
Do you actually
has
defeat me?
so. What am I seeing? This
I mean,
is a pain
they
res,
pop 4K.
right?
Oh, yeah, they don't pop 4K zero. It is pain res. You're right.
Yeah. 9's not gonna pop.
4K1.
4K1. I mean,
What a ballsy
How-
play for no reason.
what? Jums, I'm speechless. I don't know what's happened. Is 13? Oh, he sprinted. Okay, I was gonna say, is he going to stealth and try to
gets
pull
it.
that gen? He does get the pull, but
This is good.
I mean, it is.
Oh, this could save the game here.
I don't know if I would say it could save the game. We do take the tag onto 13. He is the person running to the hook. He might not even make it because we do have 2 bouncing hands. He's not gonna make it. He gets
Oh!
Oh my word! Lake Mine collision, everybody. It's out to get you.
If he just lives or somehow manages to get the trade, and Revolution just runs and sits on the gen, which is what he's doing, it's still good, and that's what Decals is noticing now. Now because Decals has left this chase to some degree. Oh no, we've caught him back out of position. 13 Y, son. You should. Oh my lord! Surely he just sends the point out. Does he get it? Revolution has to
He's
mend.
running to the gen.
He is running across map. What is happening? What is happening? So now now we are going to the gen. We have to kick this. We do get the mend off as well. I mean,
What is happening?
now you just have the possibility of getting 4K zero. If Revolution lasts, which he might. Oh, he's gonna. What? How does he not drop that?
That's a beautiful insta flick to get the drop cancel. I mean, look, 13's now in an impossible position again, but now this time he's got to do it injured, right? He's got to do the exact same thing, somehow pull a save out of his ass to save the game, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it this time, Jams. I think the 4K1 has been secured. An unfortunate vault, but it won't do much for us. We're going to have to send to the pallet gym again. I'm not too sure if we even have this. We do. We drop it. And we're stuck. We have to play this, and that's the down. That's the 4K1. Can we rewind for a moment, Jams? I know that we've just gotten the 4K1. This is a result that you should not be seeing on this killer on this map. This was... the death at 3 was really unfortunate. The chases were short, and no one assisted him to get him to the places he needed to be. I don't think main was very well used, which is unfortunate, because it really did put the survivors in a tough decision, like in a tough situation. But the decision, the communication to have what happened at 1 happen anywhere for any team, not even a team, people playing pubs together, friends playing the public lobbies. You don't see that happen.
I think it would have had to have been 99. There's just no way. If it was anything less than 99.9, that is egregious, lad. But 4K1, look, it's not the best result for the survivor. Great result for the killer. They just sent it too much. They could have played a lot safer. I don't think we needed to play that aggressive. You know, they played They played to pop all gens, and they should be. I think they should be. I mean, from that position, they should have been playing to get at least 9, 10 stages. Maybe that would have been like that should have been genuinely the worst result they got from that. I think, but he's ended up 4K1. Pain Res has come through. Pain Res again, superior perk in the games to everybody. Like S tier perk, of course, gets its value every single time. It even gets underrated value, like you saw just there. That is just the reality of it, though. You have to. I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to really, really play more optimally than that in a semis in a match of this caliber. This is your last chance at Div 1, right? You're at a position where even we were taken off by a guard son. They had like 9 at like 80. He popped it. It was like 85. He popped it. Then the other bloke was across the map sitting on a gen for free. And it just seemed like in that moment when Revolution made main, we were on for something beautiful. And it just all went away. I don't know how. I do know how. I'm not happy with how.
I think that, Jumps, is that the single worst throw we've seen in Division 2? Because I can't think of anything that comes close. You are so right. Revolution, obviously, we saw that 9 was so high progress. He had to check it. He did. He interrupted the gen. He got the pop off. But the Survivor made main. That is such a strong resource. We have pallets there. We have the window at the back that can be played for like 20 seconds alone. We have like the upstairs pallet on the front, which isn't all too strong, but chains into other resources. You have the God pallet, I'm pretty sure was broken, but you have underneath a very strong pallet. You have the God pallet at 11. You had so many things to last in main. But we've run to an Ormond Tile 1, a weaker resource, to the gen, with an injured survivor sitting it, been grabbed off it, stayed to pop the gen, and then been tapped.
I think what was more heartbreaking, although that is diabolical, but I think what was even more heartbreaking for me personally was the fact that it was even after all that still recoverable. Decal's left chase, it was like a split-second chase leave, and I think 13Y got a bit anxious. He thought he could probably get the pull for free, but if he just sat at Shack and forces the killer to go to the gen, which has to happen or it's just going to pop, right? Or he commits you at Shack, you have good chase, you drop Shack, you drop the deep six, you drop Palagim, right? Like, you have a good chase from that, and he just either goes gen or he leaves, and I don't know, getting caught out at that TNL, just, yeah, I mean, there was so many misplays, and that breaks my heart because that genuinely could have been 9 stages. 9 stage 3 fresh. I genuinely think that should have been the result there. But either way, well played to big decals. You still have to take advantage of the misplays, right? You still have to make use of the survivor's time, or I guess, what would be the reverse of that? You have to occupy their time, I suppose you would say, as best as you can during these moments. And I mean, in that endgame, that's sort of what he did, no? When it was 3v1, he forced all 3 of them to be around him at one time. And in a game where you have 9, I believe they would have had main. Was it main 1? Like 9 and 1 are just really good gens on Ormond Lake Mine. Really, really good gens. Like you have to. It was like it was main and Shack. Main Shack and 9. Like you need to be able to up that. Those are really good gens. Those are literally the best gens you can get. And I guess that's really just what makes or breaks, like if we see a 9 stage 3 fresh, right? That is going to be what lost them the game. That singular moment where they run to the gen, like you said, Chief, die on the gen, create this butterfly effect where you're just trading, slugging, trading, slugging. And even after all that, like I said, they still almost recovered it. I don't know. Probably one of the most bizarre games I've ever witnessed in my life, in my 3 years in this shit.
Yeah. I have nothing to add to that, Joms. I think you've just summed it up. I have never seen that happen in OSL competitive Dead by Daylight to be like at all. I haven't seen anything like this. So I think after that we may need to cut to a quick intermission, collect our thoughts as casters, collect our thoughts as audience as well, because like my word, I don't know what to take away from this game so far. So we'll be back with you shortly after this brief intermission. Please stay with us. I think we'll be seeing Lich Jones.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to OSL. We are on the second half. Sorry for that little long intermission. We were just having a little bit of a yap. Yeah, no, we have to get a 4K zero on the Wesker here. Now, it's it's not a hard ask if you're the survivors. It's really not. Now on the killer side, you need 4K 2. 4K 1's your tie. Either way, I still think the survivors are in a really good spot, no matter how you look at it. And the truth is, little chief, I think this is like even on cross ping, this is still out. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tough map, bro. It's a tough map.
It is a really tough map, Jumps. It favors the survivors so much. There are so many strong resources. Top, you obviously have Shaq bottom, but Painkiller has just given a tag immediately. Fortunately, he does have one of those strong resources I was mentioning of the main building. Revolution's gone for something a bit funky there. I don't think he's realized that he's just been a bit too ambitious, I guess, and given Painkiller a lot of distance around all the way to back of main, probably making this one tile. He is indeed unfortunate that it is on the weaker side, but we will play it, and we will vault into the loving embrace of Revolution. I thought he wasn't going to get the down there, but he does. Pretty quick chase overall. He does get a pain res for it as well, Jums. Good start, but will it be enough?
I mean, Painkiller's not having the best day, as you can tell. Had a pretty rough game on the Blight. That's been a pretty short chase from him as well. But yeah, I mean, these gens are not amazing. The Revolution definitely had so much better gens than what sorry, Decals had so much better gens than what, like, these aren't even bad gens either, but like, yeah, Revolution definitely has conceded on the gens split here for the luck side of things. Definitely do. Oh, we do find the stealth as well. This is the pool, and this is the throw edge map. Now this is where it gets 4K2 territory. This is how you get there. You need to find the stealth, and you need to get a tap. We're not going to get the 2-tap, but I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if you saw to your right, little chief. We saw the survivor rotating in for the pool. I mean, I think he might. No, he's not going to go seconds, but this down coming through now is just amazing. If he goes seconds, I'm keeping an eye on the HUD there. Oh, it's close. Nah, he doesn't go seconds. That's really good from heads up play from Jake there to realize he has to send that. That's good. If Painkiller goes seconds there, game is pretty much over if he has a short chase. Yeah, you're relying on him to have a great chase at pretty much 5 gens. We will see a gen pop. You know, Decals has been on one somewhere far. Should pop. Oh my. Decals, son. What is going on, boy?
Jums, I honestly feel like this is going to get ugly fast. Revolution is converting nothing into something. He's been given free injures basically every second of this game so far. Like, every tag that we've seen come in has basically been a survivor running into him. Unfortunately, Decals does have balance here on the side of Revolution, so he isn't able to get that down as quickly, now having God 11 to work around. But I mean, break this pallet, he has to go back down bottom, actually opting to just choose death spot. We're just gonna have to die here now. We haven't passed to the pallet, so we will be dying. Edge 11. Honestly, Joms, Decals has done what he's needed here. He's allowed Hella Flame to get some momentum back. They aren't popping a gen just yet, and we do have 3 stages on the board. And 3 pain res is gone. But this was the recovery chase they needed. They at least now have some footing in this match to be able to do something.
Yeah, I mean, everyone reset. Gens are back on. Decals has had a good chase. We do have 3 freshes already been used, right? So he's going for a mad approach off the rip. He's going for the ultimate slowdown here. Now, if he finds the stealth, which I don't think he's going to, because the stealth would be someone that isn't in 1. If, from my knowledge, I think the person would be coming up from 9 side. That could be a complete guess. But we do see a bloke on Shaq, and honestly, to be honest with you, little chief, yeah, it's looking, as the game goes on, it looks better for the survivors. But You know how it goes, you know, once the games do go on, progress longer. If they don't last in chase and, you know, he depletes and depletes and depletes, bro, he looks up, bro. That is a crackhead thing to do. That is so, like, I love that. Good on him. Good tag there as well. He's actually a really good mastermind. I think his mastermind, him being Revolution, is better than his blood. That could be a hot topic debate, low-key, but I think it is.
I mean, he's definitely got the mechanical skill to keep up Jams. We've just seen a 4th down come in before a gen has popped. Obviously, the problem is now, right, he's gotten a lot of downs, but all of them have been fresh. All of these generators that we've seen so far, 7 is about to pop. It will pop now before he is able to get that pain risk off. Shaq is obviously really high progress. We knew there's some progress on 1, and I wouldn't be too surprised if there is another gen somewhere with a little bit of progress as well. The problem is now, Jams, we are out of pain reses, and we're kind of wholesome Chungus hooking. We don't have a tunnel out going. Obviously now, the beauty of this is you find a survivor as we have onto Kryzen right here, right now. You can commit this whilst After Rain is sitting on hook. We do get a tag as well on this 9 tile, just forced to play it once this pallet is gone. Tile not all that safe. So, we don't really need to worry about going back from this position. After Rain's just been unhooked, we can ignore him. We're committing Kryzen. It's going to put us in the same position. We're depleting some extra resources. There's still 4 generators remaining. Getting it down here... Actually, sorry, 3 generators remaining. 1 has popped. I did not see that coming. I didn't realize we had a survivor rotated that fast. Up, back to that side of the map. But, Jams, 5 hooks, 3 gens remaining. 1 gen left to pop if we want to see... Sorry, 2 gens left to pop if we want to see the win. Can Revolution still secure this without tunnel?
I mean, it's going to be a lot harder, of course. You're at 2 now. Now, this is the win con, of course. Now, I'm actually not too aware. We do see a very, very hastily pull, which leads me to believe there is a gen somewhere in the background with decent progress, or at least something they want to keep away from Revolution, not letting him use the pop. I mean, Kryzen's death hook. The problem is now, why does he look up? Why does he look up? Someone tell me why he looks up, please. Holy. That is intimidating as fuck, but that is going to be death. Yeah, I mean, is the survivors tripling? We're not doing anything. Wait,
we're resetting.
Why have we pulled the bloke off hook then and just let him live? I mean, I don't have the game sound on, but
misplayed Jams.
No, it definitely is. I don't have the game sound on right now, but I believe there's no gens that have any progress at all that would explain that level or that hasteliness of a pull. Like, and we're straight into chase again. Now this is where it gets 4K2 territory. He doesn't have a pain res, right? That's his problem. But Beetle, oh,
Lake Mine Collision, everybody. Lake Mine Collision.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to leave this now. I mean, so from my knowledge, 4K1 is the Tycon, just to be clear, yes?
Yes, 4K1 is the Tycon. Oh my word, sorry, hold on. Pause this train of thought, look at the 4gen. It's not that close, but it is tight. That, you know what? W sentence, holy. But, I mean, there is a lot for him to work with, and he's depleted all of the resources in the middle of the map over towards the 9 side, and we do win a 50 to get this tag that isn't balanced. We know that Decals is balanced, having used it on 11. We're going to take this chase over to 9. I don't know if this is where you want to be going. We're going towards our gens yet again. We are playing one of the only resources we have left. There's not a lot of pallets remaining. Getting rid of this one and this down, unless we're doubling and the gen's going to pop anytime soon, which it's just not gonna. We're gonna have some problems.
I mean, I don't think doubling... like, they're fine. I don't think doubling here is, like, what is needed, ideally. I think, it is still, okay, it is still 4K zeroable here. Painkiller, I believe, is the one that's stealthing, right? The good thing is for Revolution, he's hooked on the active, right? So maybe not now. Maybe not, because hooking on the active... Yeah, no, like, this is just a terrible spot to die. Hold the phones. Like, yeah, we need to pull this quick, and now Decals is being caught. This is 4K2, Little Chief. I think... Yeah, this is 4K2. I don't see how this is not 4K2. Even if Painkiller sits on main here, you can't let this hang. Oh, unless we get... Oh, that now you can. Now you can let him hang, because a guaranteed tag has turned into Revolution needing to leave and going back to the gen. Not getting the tag means the bloke is going to be able to pull for free no matter what. This gen is stopped its regression. Yeah, I mean,
And we get the ball.
no eruption either. That actually is a crazy side that I did not believe. Brutal as well. Yeah, brutal definitely better selection. I mean, I don't know. You need this down now, and I think we're gonna get it as well. We need this body. Does the body come in? Good movement, but it's not gonna mean anything. This is just death, and I mean, I wish maybe the eruption. What does this do? But what does this do? Like, I know decals is like I know decals is like he has.
Look,
Hindsight, he has to pick that, right? He has to pick that. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that he has to pick that. That's like what you. So if we go back to your match versus Reactor, that's sort of like the mistake you were saying that Zaya made on Billy, right? But that's the reality of it, bro. That's the reality of it. You don't know. You never have a way of knowing. You use your intuition. What is this guy doing? Painkiller as well, sending it around the bloke. I mean,
we're getting thrown off this, and we're getting thrown. We're dead. What are we doing, Painkiller? It really has not been his night. For a lack of better words, it really hasn't been his night. The chases we've seen from Painkiller have been just really lackluster. They have been really, really poor, and there have been some decisions made in those chases that leave you wondering what the play, like what he's believing the play is in his mind. Obviously, there's now the situation repeated. We have the hook on the active. We've gotten a free tag as well. I'm not too sure what Decals is doing right now. If he's on the gen and if it pops, fair enough. I don't think he's gonna pop it. I think, yeah, he's getting the unhook. I think that's very, very much the correct decision. But we do have Lythe on the side of our Jake. I don't think it will mean much. I still believe he's going to be dead in relatively short time. With that loss of the 50, he is indeed 2v1. Unless the gen is doubled and popped once again, Jones. I think it's over.
I mean, I think it's just over from that. Like, it hurts. I mean, we're about to find out right here. He grabs him. Does the gen pop to the Tycon? Oh my!
Doesn't even pop. It doesn't even pop. Revolution had somehow done the impossible jumps. Like, I do not know what to say other than I think Hell of Flame tonight beat themselves.
Oh my. I mean, just for reference, the reason I'm so gobsmacked is I don't think Painkiller realizes that no matter what happens, if you get off the gen, stay on the gen, the match is over. It doesn't matter if you don't pop it in, whatever sum. You just need to commit that. And I mean, yeah, what you were saying before, for a player of Painkiller's caliber, he's quite a great player. Just wasn't his day. And that is why Knicks won. Sorry, let me rephrase it. I'm not gonna say Painkiller's bad chases were the reason they won, but that pretty much just sums up the whole match for Hell of Flame. Revolution didn't exactly play the survivor aspect immensely well. They played it really well to the point where they could achieve the win con, get 4K1, 4K0, whatever. But like, I don't know. I think that's the survivor side definitely have to go on for a VOD review. I don't know. Maybe the heart wasn't in it tonight. I'm not too sure. Maybe just too many things in place for them. But that is the end of their season. They will be the last team to not. Oh, so should I say the only team from the Final Four to not make Division 1. And that actually hurts because they were probably one of the two favorites at the start of the season. It's ironic because the two lowest seeded teams are in the grand final. The two highest seeded teams are in the third place match. It's insane to me. Sorry, I did something on my second one that just made me giggle. Really well played the Knicks. That's going to be them. They will join the Group A bracket, so that is their group settled. They will verse, I believe they will have 2 Savage in their first round, so quite a warm welcome for them. Good luck with that. That'll be China versus Australia. Other than that, grand final tomorrow. BO5. Chief Tip, the sets on hand surely for me.
I know that we will be seeing an unknown I will pull them up. I'm
I
pulling them
got
up
it.
as we speak. Okay, you got it. Perfect.
We got a Blight picked by Ancestor. We got an Oni picked by Reactor. Then we got a Doc picked by Reactor as well. And then we've got a Mastermind picked by Ancestor with the TB of Unknown. So actually 5 amazing sets for a grand final. I genuinely don't think out of this pool you could have got 5 any better killers. That's tomorrow, 10 p.m. Now, that will be on the Twitch. Other than that, Division 1, Friday, we've made it. Grand
We have
final.
made it.
Yeah, it was a big season. We did really well. Yeah, a bit surreal for me because, finally coming to the end. I mean, this is the end of our YouTube tenure. This will be it. This is last stream on YouTube until next Division 2, which will be months and months away, unfortunately. Not months and months. I don't mean to make anyone sad, but it'll be decently away. We got Div 1, 9 weeks of reg season, 5 weeks, I believe, of finals. That's, 9 plus 5, 14, however long that is in months. 14 weeks, about 3 months. That's when Division 2 will be back on the YouTube. So we will see you back then. Honestly, Little Chief, I'll let you have the last little bit on the YouTube, man. Take us out.
Thank you, Jones. Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment, I think for both of us being the kind of the parents of Div 2, you being obviously OSL lead commissioner and
Papa,
me
mate.
being the always Jones. But yeah, no, this was our little thing, we pitched it, we brought it to life, and we wouldn't be, here without the team we have in the VC right now, and also the people who aren't with us. We have FJ who streamed every game, we have our match staff officials, we had everyone who
Welcome,
helped out in
Bravo,
every
Ghost.
which way. Like, thank you all, because it means a lot to see something that me and Jams, cooked up on a whim, pitched one day and said, we want to make this happen for the teams that deserve it. And look what we've done. And look what you have done in the audience. Thank you for joining us and watching, because you have given these teams, not just us at OSL, but these teams a platform to compete, a platform to show what they're made of. And that is something truly special. So, thank you for that. Obviously, it's not done yet. We are done on the YouTube. We will be saying goodbye to the platform right now as a live streaming service. Bittersweet, but we will be back on the Twitch. OSL will be live. You will be seeing that notification tomorrow. Jums, do you have the time on hand?
10 p.m. AEDT. Late one on Thursday, but necessary. Yeah, be there, be square, Little Chief. True.
True. I 100% agree. It's going to be blockbuster. I don't think anyone could have expected to see Reactor or Ancestor in this final at the beginning of this season. Hell, one of them played into the division, a last chance qualifier, making it all the way, a true Cinderella story. And then you had the underdogs of Group A making the finals, beating the favorites of the tournament. Not just beating them, respect to Revolution and Nyx dominating them last night. It's going to be cinema. And like John said, right after that, Div 1 is back, all your action, the socials, the games, the best teams, the best players, the best killer sets that you can have in our region. Back on Friday.
Beautifully said. I'm Jams. He's the Chief. We're OSL. Love you. Stay safe. Bang.